Good morning. Good morning. How you doing, sir?
All right, and yourself, sir.
Fantastic. Once again, we coming at you live by way of Memorex on Saturday, August 22nd, 2026. It is technically after midnight where you are. It is still it's not quite midnight for me, but we getting there. We making our way towards the mark. And I'm wearing my Dallas Wings shirt. I got the WNBA end of the game over here on this TV, and we're gonna get to all the sports. You all right over there, sir?
Yes, sir.
What jersey you got today?
Representing the Dodgers. Got a Shohei Ohtani jersey, yo.
Okay, I thought you was gonna say you got the guy we traded.
Companies to go with.
I'm sweet right there. I'm sweet.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at you.
I don't even think they're gonna win it neither. That's what's the funny thing about it.
I don't either. I think it's gonna catch up to them. At some point, I wouldn't call it karma, but just the fact that it's not always the team that got all the best players are the ones that always win it.
Right,
So, the quote unquote best players.
Right.
We gonna see. That's my new thing. We gonna see. We shall see. Said the blind man to the dead dog as they lay in the ditch. All right, first, before we get started, what do we say? Rest in peace to Tommy John. Tommy John is the person who they named that surgery after. They really should have named it after the doctor, but the picture was one who represented that surgery on his elbow. And so a lot of pitchers get that surgery now. It's to the point now where kids get it before they even need it because they feel like they're stronger after the surgery than they are before it. But in my opinion, does that guarantee them to go to play in the league or play a high-level baseball because they get the surgery?
Right.
That was something that got pretty popular about 2-3 years ago. 12-year-olds are going out and getting Tommy John surgery just so they can be stronger down the line. And I don't know if I can make that kind of decision for my kid. What you think, son? You want to get surgery so you can be ready to play in the league? You don't even know if your kid want to play baseball 5 years from the year. He's 17 years old. He's working at Sonic chasing some girls as opposed to chasing the baseball. So you got to think about stuff like that down the line. You got to think about stuff like that down the line. Well, all right, we're gonna get down into it. It's our AFC NFL Season Preview AFC edition. Last year in the East, the Patriots were 14-3, Bills 12-5, Dolphins 7-10, Jets 3-14, Steelers 10 in the North. The Steelers were 10-7, Ravens 8-9, Bengals 6-11, Browns 5-12. In the South, the Jaguars were 13-4 with blind Jerry Curl, Houston Texans 12-5, Indianapolis Colts 8-9, Tennessee Titans 3-14. In the West, the Broncos they had the best record, and they had the number one seed at 14-3. The Chargers were 11-6. The Chiefs were 6-11, and the Raiders were 3-14. They had the number one pick, and they went out and got Mendoza. All right, let's look at it conference by conference. Look at the East. Coming up forward, you think that's gonna stay the same?
So the East would be Buffalo,
Patriots, Dolphins, Jets.
Yeah. Buffalo, Patriots, Jets. No, the Jets would be last, and then the Dolphins.
So you saying Buffalo, New England, Miami, and then the Jets?
Right. Buffalo, New England, Miami. Yep, Miami and the Jets. Yep. Buffalo, New England. Yep.
All right. I think the Jets going to do a little bit better this year.
No,
whether
sir.
or not they're going to surpass anybody, they're going to do better than 3-14. I think they're going to do more along the closer to 7-10, 8-9. No, that's Lions territory. I don't think they're going to do better than the Lions. So let's go 5. I'm going to say 5-12. 5-12. But I think the Bills going to come in number 1.
Man.
We say
4-13.
I'm going to give them 5. I like the Bills. And then I like the Patriots. Then I like
Justin Fields ain't over there no more, right?
What you say?
Justin Fields ain't with the Jets no more, right?
Yeah. They got they played tonight. What's his name? Number 7. I was with New England. I'm not New England, with Seattle for all those years. He over there.
About Geno
Geno Smith. Yeah, he gonna be the starter. He went 7 for 7 tonight for 65 yards and a touchdown. Okay. It is preseason.
Okay. And the Lions are 0-1 in preseason.
Hey.
About to be 0-2. They're gonna lose tomorrow.
Yeah, they play at noon. Let's see. Let me finish. Let me see. I like. I'm gonna say Jets and then Miami. I'm gonna say they're gonna tie.
Man, heck no. They're in the same boat, but no, Miami will find a way.
They got a new coach. So that might help them out a little bit more.
Right.
So, and they got a new quarterback. Tua's out. Tua's in Atlanta now. He backing up. What's the name now that he going? What's the name going to the Raiders?
Kirk
Cousins. I think Tua gonna be starting. I'm willing to bet Tua gonna be the starter by week 6 or 7. Because the kid they drafted from Washington, I don't think he's gonna hold up.
Oh, yeah. He went to Indiana first.
Yep.
Ain't that something? He went to Indiana, transferred to Washington. 2 years later, Indiana win the national.
Well, they didn't have the same coach at that time either. So, it worked out for him. That was before Cincinnati got there.
That's what you going to blame on, because they had Sargetti.
Well, yeah, Cincinnati's the main reason Indiana where they at. He wasn't there when he was there.
Most of they win. The Penn State game, Lame Nuts wasn't even coaching them then. James Franklin wasn't even coaching them then. They just happened to beat them at the end of the game. They didn't play Michigan. They didn't play Notre Dame. Nah, man. And they beat Miami. They beat Miami because Miami looked past them. Miami thought they was just going to come out there and run over. And when you hit back, in order to give a hit, you got to be able to take a hit. And they just gave more hits than Miami could take.
I'm not disputing anything you said, but Cignetti came in, changed the culture, changed everything around. They were perennial doorstops for the Big Ten. Them in Maryland, they fighting to be last. So that's just what happens.
So my point is, if Cignetti don't repeat a duplicate, I ain't saying he got to go 17, 15-0, but if he don't at least go 13-3 or 12-3, then what? Was last year a fluke?
Nah, it was destiny.
I'm gonna be honest with you, and I've been watching these preseason shows. Don't be surprised the national championship goes to South Bend. Just watch what I say, because they hosed them last year. They probably gonna get in, and they probably gonna get the draw to where everybody gonna knock each other out, and they gonna have a clear path. Just watch what I say.
I agree with you. That very well may happen because they did all that crying last year. We ain't get in, so we're not even gonna go to a ball. We're gonna stay home and watch it on TV. So I'm pretty sure that's probably what's gonna happen. I will back you up with that. I will say Notre Dame has a good chance at winning. I'm not saying they're gonna win it all, but they got a good chance at it. But we got to stay on top. Let's get to the AFC North. We had Pittsburgh won it last year. Ravens came in second at 8-9. Cincinnati 6-11. And the Browns at 5-12.
I'm gonna go. That's funny. I'm gonna go Pittsburgh to repeat. Then I'm gonna go the Ravens. Then I'm gonna go. It's Pittsburgh, the Ravens, Cleveland, and who the fourth?
Cincinnati.
I'm gonna go Cincinnati, and I'm gonna go Cleveland to round it out.
All right. I see things a little differently. I see Cincinnati winning the division. I
What?
see Cincinnati winning the division. I see Baltimore coming in next. I see Pittsburgh and Cleveland tying it up for the 4th place spot. No. I'm gonna go Cleveland over Pittsburgh. I'm gonna go Cleveland over Pittsburgh.
With Deshaun at the quarterback?
Yep.
You say yeah?
Yep. Cincinnati, Baltimore, Cleveland, Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh got the geriatric quarterback and the brain dead coach. They're in trouble in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh gonna have one of the worst seasons they had in a long time. You know, I've been a Pittsburgh Steelers fan since I was a little kid. Me and Joe Green, I played on the Steelers when we was the first time the PAL came. PAL team in Detroit. We were the Steelers. They're gonna get whooped. They're gonna get smacked around a lot this year. And I hate to say that. Cincinnati gonna have a respectable year. Cincinnati, Cleveland gonna have a respectable year. Cincinnati and the Ravens are gonna battle out for the top spot in the North. That's my prognostication. I'm gonna put my hat on. All right, we got to move to the South. AFC South. We got Jaguars, Texans, Colts, and Titans.
Texans, Jaguars. Texans, Jaguars. What's the next two?
Colts and Titans.
Titans and Colts. So, Texans, Jaguars, Titans, Colts.
All right. I don't see the too far. I like the Jaguars at first. Blind Jerry Curl. It was a prank. I thought he cut his head, but he really didn't. Blind Jerry Curl in first place. It's gonna be Blind Jerry Curl's year.
Nah,
I'm gonna go with Texas next.
CJ Stroud trying to get paid, so he gonna go out there and ball for real.
Well, that's why I got Texas in second.
Nah, the Texans gonna win it. That defense is that's a monster.
They got a good defense. I agree with you on that. But something about them Jaguars this year, I see a little bit. Woo. Next we gonna go with the Titans. Bobby Saleh gonna have a decent showing. The Colts, they still got quarterback problems. What's his name? Supposed to be back from that knee injury. I don't know.
Anthony Richardson.
Not Richardson. What's the kid? The kid that started the year off real hot and got hurt. Hurt his knee.
Oh, you talking about Danny Dimes?
Yes.
And Daniel Jones?
Yep, Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones towards Achilles.
What? Knee Achilles. They got Daniel Jones, Riley Leonard, and Anthony Richardson Sr. Those are the quarterbacks. That group right there. I don't know if that. I don't know. Isn't that the same kid who said he was too tired?
I mean, he didn't lie. What he was tired.
You don't tell the press that you're too tired and tell your coach to take you out of the game. You get an instant vote of no confidence. And my quarterback get in front of me and say, "I'm tired, y'all. Let me go get the backup in there." Hold on, dog. You sure about that? All right, I got you. I'm too tired to block for you. You wonder why that linebacker's upside your neck? I was too tired. Nah. Nope. All right, so where we at? Let's see here. I like that. I actually do like that division. I really do like that division. The Titans, yeah, they were 3-14 last year. I see them being 8-9, 9-8. That's about right. That's all right. All right. Robert Saleh gonna come in, install his defense. He already took the seed oil out of the cafeteria. So they're gonna be approved because they got a better diet. All right, let's get to the West. With 3 of the 4 teams are top tier teams. Broncos, Chargers, Chiefs, Raiders. Will Patrick Mahomes be good enough this year to lead them back to where they were before, being strong?
Chiefs, Broncos. Chiefs, Broncos, Chargers, Raiders.
Really? I see things a little differently. I don't think the Chiefs gonna do it like they did before. I'm gonna go Chargers, Broncos, then the Chiefs.
He actually goes with the Chargers.
Then the Raiders.
Have you been watching the Chargers? You see all them injuries they got? They just lost their center for the year.
I could be wrong. I've been wrong before.
You know you got crazy Jimmy down there.
Yeah. What did you say? Now this might hold true to what you were saying. That this was Harbaugh's last year, and with the Chargers, he's going to be with the Lions next year. I tend to think that the Lions' next coach is going to be Buffalo's old coach, the one that they fired. I think they're going to bring him in.
McDermott?
Yep.
Nope. I'll tell you, it's going to be Jim Harbaugh.
I'm not saying it won't happen, but if I'm making a guess right here, right now, if Too Strong came in the office tomorrow and said, "I got to lead a team," they're not gonna choose neither one of those coordinators up in there. They're gonna go call Sean McDermott. He probably already got an apartment in Allen Park. He probably already got an apartment. He got a high-rise apartment. No. He got one of those apartments right next to Tiger Stadium, Comerica Park, right there on Woodward. He got one of them duplexes already. You know what I'm talking about, the apartments right there next to the stadium? He already got him one. That's what Sean McDermott is right now. He ready. All right. So basically, next question: who's gonna make the playoffs? So we will have to say the first 2 teams in each division technically will make the playoffs. So Buffalo, New England. Let's see, what's the next group? Buffalo, New England, and then we would look at Pittsburgh. So then for you, that would be
Pittsburgh and the Ravens.
Pittsburgh and the Ravens, and then that would be for you Texas Jags,
Right.
Chiefs and Broncos. For me, it would be, it would be the Bills and Pats, Ravens and Cincinnati, Jaguars and Texans, Chargers and Broncos. I don't see that's too bad. That's not too bad. Those aren't too bad decisions to be making. So what I'm doing right now, I'm highlighting them. So when I go back and check check what we wrote down, we'll be able to see what we chose. So this is why we got to get a stat kid. Be working in the background so we can keep the show moving. While we make, so they can make the notes, keep the notes. Or either that or I have to pay one of those services to listen and do the notes at the same time. You can buy that. That's more money than I'm already too much doing now. All right, so who's gonna be the surprise team this year?
In the AFC or period?
Yeah. In the AFC.
The surprise team in the AFC will be Titans.
All right. I like the Raiders. I think they have a chance of having a much better season than what we actually banking on them to do. Because Kirk Cousins is going to start the season by game 3 or game 4. Mendoza going to be in there, and they like Mendoza. They playing for him. They going to play for Mendoza. So I think that'll go very, very well. All right. So who you think going to fall off? I remember last year saying the Chiefs was going to fall off. I saw that coming.
Who gonna fall off? New England.
I like the Steelers. Falling off. They got brain dead coach and a geriatric quarterback.
But
I to this day, why would they even hire him as a quarterback, as a coach? I mean, that makes no sense. To me, that just makes no sense. Mike McCarthy. I know you want to make you want to get back together with your quarterback, try and make it last forever, one last run at it. Makes no sense. No. Make it last forever was the prime thing for every school from 85 to 95. We don't want to do that. We want to keep doing that. We want to move forward in this league. All right, Detroit Lions news. They signed veteran quarterback Ika Boyedo, quarterback Josh Dobbs, and linebacker Devin White. Let's see what time they play tomorrow. They play at noon.
Yep.
They play against. Say it again.
I knew they play the Commanders.
Let's see. Are they at home or they away? Let's see here. I had all that stuff.
It's their only home preseason game.
Oh, for real? Oh, man. Ooh. I wonder if. No, I'm going to be good. Because you know what I was thinking? What if I made a quick little run up there? I'm going to be good. But I do got some trips coming up. I'm gonna make for the Wings. I'm gonna go check them out probably Tuesday. They at home, but we talk about that when we get further down. And I'm thinking about going out to LA to see the Tigers next Saturday because they play the Dodgers next Saturday. I'm thinking about going out there. Yeah.
They play the Dodgers here.
It's at home.
That's at home.
Let me look at that. Because right now, you'll be right, man. Ooh, I can go back to Minnesota. That's what I can do. But that's a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I ain't going to Cleveland. I can try and make that Minnesota happen. I can try and make, because I want to did last year. Or no, I don't know about the. No, we'll figure it out. We'll talk about that a little later. But all right, don't forget to click like, click share. We are on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, the Roku channel, Maximum TV Network, and TikTok. We just finished up our AFC preview for the NFL for the 2026-27 season. Next Saturday, we'll be coming back with the NFC, talking about, of course, our Detroit Lions and how well they will fare. Whether it's fairly well or not so well, we've already kind of hinted and intimated what our thoughts are going to be in the season and where they're going to go and what they're going to do coming up. And but we're going to save all that for next. We're going to save all that for next week. Of course, we got a little bit of NBA hot stove talk, off-season talk. Klay Thompson is reportedly going to be signing the Miami Heat. The Dallas Mavericks have supposedly bought his contract out. He's come to an agreement with them. DeMar DeRozan is supposed to be going to Denver Nuggets. James Harden signed with Cleveland. Why would they want to sign him for nothing? What were you thinking?
I don't know, man.
To me, that makes no sense. And to me, that leads right to the next thing. I already know Jalen Duren gonna say James Harden didn't play good in the playoffs, but they paying him. Why can't you pay me? Jalen Duren,
orange for the where he met. I think he was just misled by his agent.
I think so too.
You got 32 teams in the league. Teams were flying you out there and they didn't even offer. You just went out there for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you need to really look at your agent. Maybe you should get a family member to take over. Because the agent that's what he is. He's not your friend, he's your agent. Ain't that what he told him in Jerry Maguire?
Mm-hmm.
I'm your friend. I'm just your agent. I'm not your friend.
I think that Jalen Duren should go ahead and make that money and then look towards that next contract. Because right now, he is considering taking that qualifier offer of $9.9 million and bet on himself. He might as well put himself back on that milk card, just like Dennis Schroeder, Dennis, his former teammate. Same thing with LA. LA offered him all that money. Oh, I'm not gonna sign it. I'm gonna bet on myself. Yeah, now you're a journeyman. That's exactly what's about to happen with Jalen Duren. Because once you do that, take that qualifying, now you're betting on yourself. Who says that he won't be a starter now? Who says they won't bring the guy that they brought in? They won't let him start more. Beef Stew gone. If that's the case, they would have kept Beef Stew if they thought all this was going to happen. Hey, what do I know? I don't know too much about that stuff. That's for Trajan Lang and the Alaskan assassin to figure out. I've always liked Trajan Lang. I always did. He spent a lot of time in Detroit. He was always in Detroit. I remember being at a lot of parties. They'd be like, "Oh shoot, Trajan Lang was in the building. What you doing? You trying to stay cold up here in Detroit like it is in Alaska?" You know, they was always making them jokes. Back, I don't know if you remember. What's the mayor whose son was to have all those parties all the time? Archer parties, man. Whew. I don't know if you ever went to
Archer Jr.
What you say?
Dennis Archer Jr.
Yeah, man. Them parties used to give in Highland Park. I mean, Hamtramck. Man, them type parties was outrageous. Woo! Party. All right, we're going to move on. We're going to move forward. We are talking about Major League Baseball. The Tigers have taken a little bit of a dip. They are now 61-66. 1-4 since the last show. They lost today to the Royals 5-2 and 4-6 over their last 10 games. They were in second place in the Central. Now they're down to fourth place in the MLB Central. And that's what it is now. That's where they at. They were doing a lot better. Let me get the schedule up here. Let me get the standings up. There we go. They were doing a lot better before, and so they're still only a game and a half out of the wild card. Right now, Yankees, Sox are there. So next you got the Rangers, even money. Twins, Guardians at even money. Blue Jays. Man, after that loss, it didn't change. I just had to look at this. Oh, they 6 games out of 9. When you got Rangers, Twins, Guardians, and Blue Jays, and the Orioles ahead of them. Tigers are 2.5 games out. Yeah, I had to lose it today to the Kansas City Royals. They're in Kansas City over the next couple of days. Maybe they can start playing a little bit better. But you got a bunch of kids on the team, so they playing like kids, so they playing up and down. It's like a roller coaster. So, you got the kids out there, they're going to be a little bit inconsistent. So I'm just wishing that they would steady the ship a little bit and go and play a little bit better baseball. So, of course, every week we talk about them making the playoffs. I said I want to see them get to 500. Is that going to happen? Right now, 61-66. Last week, they were 60-62. Probably not. But I'm going to keep cheering for them. Right now, we are, 127 games and 182 game season. So it's coming in hot. Well, that's 5 weeks left in the season, technically. So we're going to be all right. Also going on right now is the Little League World Series. Little League World Series is going on. And right now, I got a favorite team. a team out of New Jersey. You look at the team out of New Jersey. Let's see here. See if I can find them. Bayonne. I like them. I like that team. They looking good. So the Little League World Series has 9 days left in the season, 8 days left in the season, not including today. They'll be concluded on the 30th of August, and that'll be something for me to watch throughout the week. The kids out there playing, and they play tough, and the families out there yelling and screaming, having a good time. So that's my team right now. I'm picking New Jersey, the Bayonne team, to play against let's see, Japan. That's what either Japan or Cuba. Let's see. I would say Japan, Cuba, or Mexico. That's what I got. All right. Once again, don't forget to like, click, share. Get this book right here, Greatness Journey Every Day by One, Mr. Marcus R. Holmes. He's also does a great deal of good things on TikTok in the world of educating you about getting a better job. He's an HR specialist. He has his app out. Go on there, follow him on TikTok. He'll tell you how to negotiate your salary, how to interview, how to answer those star questions. If you need to update your resume, what you need to put on it. He does all that for a nominal fee. Check that young man out. He know what he's doing. He know what he's talking about. He is a specialist. You know what he's talking about. He's not like a doctor where he's practicing medicine. He's doing what he's supposed to do on a daily basis in that real world. All right. We're moving on up. Right now we are down to women's sports. The segment is T. Eats down and slaves. Leaves no crumb. Get your coins, girl. We are clocking it for all the sports baddies. That's right. In the WNBA, that game just ended. Let's see here. I didn't get a chance to see the winner, so I can tell you the winner. Portland lost to Toronto. Toronto snapped a losing streak. Toronto won 82-79. Minnesota beat Washington 94-90. And Chicago beat Golden State 73-70. And on Friday matchups. Right now they're doing the post game show on right now on Ion. So if you got Ion, you can get that on regular TV. You can get it on your cable provider, and you will see the young ladies out there talking about the post game. Tomorrow, Indiana, New York, Connecticut, Los Angeles, and Atlanta, Phoenix. On Sunday, Seattle is at Dallas. Indiana is hosting Chicago. Well, Chicago is hosting Indiana, excuse me. And Washington, Portland, Las Vegas, and Toronto. Quick shameless plug. We got to pray for Gary, Indiana. You heard about Gary, Indiana?
No, what?
Gary, Indiana is underwater. They've had some storms down there, and the lights been out for 8 or 9, 10 days. Yeah, man. You know, they don't have that FEMA protection no more. The government done gutted it, and so they're not helping out down there. Ain't nobody talking about it. So pray for Indy. Gary, you know anybody that live in Gary, check on your people. Offer them some help. If you got a room for them, tell them come on. You know, it ain't quite like Katrina. They'll get out your house soon. Don't worry about it. You'll be like Katrina. All right. Let's see here. And also in WNBA, like I was saying before, Tuesday, the Wings host Portland in Arlington, and they host Seattle on Sunday. I'm gonna go to one of them games. It's probably gonna be Tuesday. I'll probably go to the game Tuesday. See Portland against Dallas in Arlington, and I think that's they do. I think they got another home game after that, but that's probably the best opportunity that I have to go and see them. That I'll be able to get there. So I just want to win my Wings. Of course, the Wings are formerly the Detroit Shock. We gotta keep. What's the word for? We gotta keep promoting them and supporting them. And it was also opening night for women's volleyball. Top 10: Nebraska, Texas, Kentucky, Pittsburgh, Stanford, Wisconsin, Louisville, Texas A&M, Purdue, and Penn State. Tonight, Louisville beat Texas A&M, and Kentucky beat Wisconsin. Two good matches. They got two more great matchups tomorrow. I get a chance to write those down. And also in women's sports news, the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame class of 2026 inducted the 1996 U.S. Women's Olympic team. Head coach Tara Vanderveer Players: Teresa Edwards, Carla McGee, Ruthie Bowles, Dawn State, Nikki McCray, Cheryl Swoops, Venus Lacey, Katie Stevens, Jennifer Azzi, Rebecca Lobo, and Katrina McClain. It's funny to see them all get together. They start, they put their orange jackets on. And they get to teasing each other like they was before, like they on the team. It was just funny to see. Also going to the Hall of Fame, Candace Parker and her school mate. They weren't there at the same time, but Shamika Holesclaw. And also Elena Della Dime, one of my favorites. Why? Because she fought the power. How did she do that? She originally signed up to play for UConn. She got into it with Coach. Coach wouldn't release her from the letter of intent. She wouldn't play college volleyball for a year, was an All-American. As she sat out there, she was eligible to play basketball in college. She did play basketball in college eventually. And then she went to WNBA, played overseas, and had a great career. And now she is in the Naismith Hall of Fame. Did you see the Clarissa Shields fight? Clarissa Shields fight Saturday night?
Nah, I was watching football.
Man, that was a good fight. She whipped that girl something awful. So as soon as that, in the beginning, I'm seeing them together. I can see the girl. She was fighting again. She looked good. Like she was ready. All of a sudden, Clarissa said, "Bip." Look on her face. Oh, this fight is hard. I remember texting you. I said this fight shouldn't go 3. It went 8. And when it went to 8, when Clarissa hit her with that 2-piece and the biscuit, backed up with a 4-piece in a roll, they was throwing in towels left and right. But I'm gonna tell you this much: I feel bad for Clarissa. She always talk about how the family, everybody she take care of. She right. All them hanger-ons. Everybody coming out in the same outfit, same color. Outfits, you can tell they had them outfits made from grown folks all the way down to the babies. Walking out with the belts and stuff. I get it, you gotta give a show. But I hope that she got, Michael Irvin talk about how they, you got to give them a W-2 form, make it, so that you got to pay the taxes. If you're gonna get some money, please pay the taxes on it. Hope she at least doing that, because she got a lot of people just hanging on, and I know Papoose love her. But one of these, I wouldn't be mad if Papoose just said, "Baby, I love your family, but this got to stop." Because at the rate she going, she gonna retire with nothing but some belts. And I would hate to see that happen. When I tell you they holding on for dear life, they holding on for dear life. And you supposed to understand, you're supposed to take care of family. You're supposed to be there for family. But that's too much. That's too much. If you figure you ain't gotta go to work because she got me and you a grown person, something wrong with that. Unless your parents of age are retired, you got your parents. If you a grown person in our age range, you at the crib chilling, eating oxtails because she brought it in the house and you ain't working, that's a problem. All right. Moving forward, we're gonna jump into miscellaneous sports. We got a lot of news in miscellaneous sports. MSU has a new athletic director, Dan Bartholome, formerly from Western Michigan. You think that was a good hire?
I guess, man. I'm trying to get the faith back.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if I got the faith. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not saying he was a bad hire, but I'm just saying everything in general in terms of MSU athletics leads me to believe that even if he is a good hire, are they going to do right by him and the things he want to do to advance the program to where it should be? I've been saying this for the last 2 years. What's going on administratively that's not allowing them to move forward? What is MSU's real commitment from the administration to athletics for them to be where they're supposed to be? To me, that's the main problem right there. And Izzo gonna do well because it's Izzo. You're gonna have other programs that's gonna dibble and dabble about having a good season here and there. We haven't had a good season in football in 4 years now since we had Mel sending news, texting News Tucker. Allegedly. Still between him and that girl, still trying to sue the university to get their money. That's not allegedly. What are we gonna do? All right. You hear about Tuskegee's getting a soccer program?
No.
Yeah, their first HBCU with a male soccer program. Gentleman by the name of Torrey Davis scored the first goal for Tuskegee against Enterprise State Community College earlier this week after being assisted by Chikwere Ip. It was all over the internet. I had to make sure I talk about that. But the game ended in a 1-1 draw. So good luck to Tuskegee having a soccer program and doing well in that fishbowl. Hey, they're talking about from the World Cup getting the best out there. Hey, what they always say, once we figure that sport out, take over. Who is we? We as an African Americans or people of color. You already see how the other countries are doing well. And they, it might be a better matter of time. I always talk about the NBA Africa. The minute they learn how to shoot a jump shot, it's over. All right, what else we got? Also, in other Nate Smith Memorial honorees, Amari Stoudemire. You're one of your favorite people, Glenn, Doc Rivers, Mark D'Antoni, Mark Few, and Joey Crawford. Legendary, long-serving NBA referee. I love his speech. He said, hey, I did this many games, I did this many finals, I did this many all-star games. It ain't bragging if you did it. Gotta love it. He told the truth. I wasn't bragging, I'm just telling the truth. Lastly, in miscellaneous news, Karl Anthony Towns marries Jordan Woods. The Catman got married to Jordan Woods. Jordan Woods is famous for being what? The childhood best friend of Kylie Jenner. So what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear that?
Right.
But you want me to say it? You want me to say it? That boy better have a prenup. You best have you a prenup, my brother. Because if not, you're gonna be crying. Come on, can somebody hire me to do some TV work when I retire? Hope you got you a good ironclad prenup and married in the state. I don't know what state they got married, whatever state they got married in, where the prenups are good. So we're gonna see with that. I wish them well. I don't wish bad marriage on nobody. Man, I've been doing this for 22 years, and it's ups and downs. It's bad. It's good. It's oasis. It's the desert. It's green grass. It's all that. And you got to be able to be there for all of that. All right, we're making good time. We get to one of the best parts of the show. We're gonna take a quick pause for the cause as we jump into the Stoopid Sports News. Is the Lakers sale in jeopardy? Over this last week, after they reported that the Lakers were being sold, Jeannie Buss said, I did not say that I was going to sell my shares. I am the majority shareholder in my family, and they can't do it if I say so. But then earlier today, I saw something that said that all 5 of them was in lockstep. I wonder what's going on with that. Is the Lakers jeopardy really in sale? What you think?
I don't think they're going to sell. I think she's going to veto the sale.
I can definitely see that happening. But I hope that whatever it is, they make a decision soon. It's going to go to the lawyers. It's going to go to the Mets. It's going to be in California State Court real soon. I already know. They're talking about the guy who tried to sell it, trying to make a some $2.5 billion that he put into it because he even funneled money out of his insurance businesses, and he got to show it back in the coffers before the government get to him, so they won't send him to jail. It's all kind of crazy theories, all kind of crazy. Allegedly, all these things are happening. All righty. Let's see here. Did you hear about the little girl in Tennessee who went out, who's 16 years old, went out on the field and tackled a 13-year-old little boy?
Yeah, I saw that.
And they all last couple of days, all you've been hearing is she felt obligated to do so because the boy was bullying out on the field, and she's really a good kid, and the kid who she tackled was a bad kid, and she was justified in doing so. Yeah, okay. So we already know what the play was, who did the tackling and who was tackled. So we already know that dynamic. I don't even think I need to say that who that was. So of course they're not trying to paint her as the nitress in shining armor coming to the rescue of the kid on the team who was being bullied by that bad kid who needed it to be done to him out here. You ever notice how they talk about one side, it's just so nice and light and airy, and when they get to the other side, he's a bad kid. So yeah, I saw an interview, her and her mama, they just sitting there just oh yeah, he needed to be. And I do it again. That's their whole attitude. That little kid ain't saying nothing. As of right now, she faced criminal charges of assault, disorderly conduct, as well as lifetime ban from the schools. And if it was me, if I'm not parent, I'm suing the pants off of that family. I got a civil suit. Y'all gonna be so broke, y'all ain't gonna know how to pay attention to 5 languages. It was me. Also, in Stoopid Sports news, Live Golf has canceled the season-ending team championship originally scheduled in the Detroit area in Michigan. The Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund is pulling its extended funding. The rumor is they pulled the funding because of Sergio Garcia. He was a member of the Live Golf group, and he also was playing the duo Live as well as the PGA side. And he's the Saudi prince who was funding everything was embarrassed by the fact that Sergio Garcia at the Masters went out and acted a butt. He just clubbed in the ground, kicked stuff around, cursing. He was like, that's not what we represent over here. And honestly, they don't play stuff like that. If you ever been to Saudi Arabia, ain't no crime over there. They barely have police. They got cameras everywhere. They see something happening, come see me. Come on, do this 90 days. Come on, pay me. They don't play that over there. So I can see that happening. Definitely see that happen. All righty. We got a duo story for our last part in Stoopid Sports News. Before we get to the question, NFL players getting cut that were seniors that could potentially have a 5th year. Also on the basketball side, Jackson Kohler didn't make an NBA team. Now they talking about now he got a 5th year. What's really gonna happen with these young men and women out there for the 5th year? Is there room gonna be made for them to get out there?
Yeah, I heard that story. That's crazy. Like once you leave, you leave. That's how I feel with the situation with old boy that left. Now you're trying to come back to state. Man, go on somewhere, dude.
What I see is this. I understand that you want to continue to play. You can make more money on NIL than what you would going to the public sector, going to corporate America. I get it. But like you said, get the younger kids a chance. Give them a chance. You had your time. Did you take care of your money? That's up to you. If you didn't, hey, that's not my problem. But we got other kids that have been training just as hard as you to get to where you at. Give them a chance to. All right. One real good quick question this week. Are you familiar with the situation with Stephen A. Smith, the National Association of Black Journalists? They gave him the thumbs down award this year. They essentially said that they gave him the thumbs down award because of how he treated women of color over the last year in the media, talking about the senator from Texas, talking about Kamala Harris and some other ladies. And he went on every podcast and every show he could, talking about he can't believe they treated him like that. My thing is this. I get it, you upset, you feel like you're really a champion of women and women's sports, and you can say that you've done that. But you are not above criticism.
Correct.
You get on TV every day and criticize everybody. Right. You done got to it with AI. You done got to it with Brown, who played for Philly now, telling them what they need to be doing and talking about how this guy ain't worth that much money because he ain't do this, and this. Your turn.
Right.
Your turn, brother. If you can criticize, you should be able to take criticism. You should be the first one in line to take the criticism and say, hey, you could tell. To me, this was a byproduct of him not ever being married. Because if a married man that got criticized about not treating women right, first thing he would say is, you know what? I don't quite see it that way, but I need to learn and understand what it is that you feel I need to do better. That's all you got to say. What could I have done differently? What could I have done better? How can I make the situation right? You say that, you ain't got to go on Sean Hannity. You ain't got to go on all these other shows and talk about how y'all tripping. I treat women great. I got aunts. I got daughters. I got sisters. Yeah, so do everybody else. There's still a lot of men that go out there and beat up on women, whether it be verbally or physically. So take the criticism, man. Learn from it and get better. What are your thoughts, sir?
Totally agree with everything you just said.
We love you, Stephen A. But take that criticism, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Take it and get better. All right. We coming on down the line. We did plenty of predictions already early in the show as we went through the different conferences. So right now, we're going to go ahead and get on out of here. Felix, you got a last word for us?
Hey.
He say, your word for the day is sleep.
I'm on my way to the sleep bank.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm halfway there myself. All right, everybody, we're going to go and get out of here. We're going to see you all next week. Don't forget, Tuesday night, 8:30. Love and Stuff, the original flagship show here in the Love and Stuff space. Also on Tuesday, 4:30 Central Time, 5:30 Eastern. Dr. V, my pastor, the good Reverend Dr. Valencia Adler, Thriving Tuesday Moment of Encouragement. And also, we're going to remember on Monday nights, Eric Brown on Detroit and Black and White on Facebook and YouTube, Monday, 8:30. We will be back next week, the 29th of August, with another great show. And we're going to preview the NFC and the NFL, and we're going to talk about all that good stuff as we get ready for Wednesday night football. What they be thinking, we don't know, but we're going to work it out. All right. Have a great night, everybody, and we shall see you all soon.